Recording. We're live with Reckon and Skell in the AM.
Playing Unreal, or Unreal.
Old Unreal Edition.
The weird inflection there. Yeah, the first one from '98. I love this game.
This game is good. I want to say I love it as well, but I mean, you know.
But I think we've discussed. I do kind of love it a bit more than you. I'm willing to forgive.
Yeah, like you have a very profound love of this game, whereas I just kind of think it's neat.
I'm willing to forgive a lot more of what it gets wrong than you are, I think.
Well, again, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just that, like, yeah, I don't kind of want to use love when you're using love, because you know what's up.
What's funny is this game is not my childhood. Unreal Tournament was. I played that in '99 when I was 7 years old.
Oh, you're one of them hardcore kiddies.
That was my first FPS that I played myself, after having spent the last few years of my life watching my dad and brother play Doom 2 Deathmatch over our LAN, because he worked in the tech industry and we had 2 computers in the house, and a second phone line.
Look at you, future man!
Then, you know, I watched my dad play Quake and Quake 2, and Quake 2 was my first experience to online deathmatch.
That's a really bad intro.
Well, it wasn't me playing, it was me watching him. I stood behind his chair at his desk watching him play Quake 2 deathmatch. And I didn't really understand at the time what kind of a technological marvel that was. I just kind of accepted it. I absolutely do. And I'm gonna go back in time and slap my little 6, I guess at that point, year-old self for being like, damn it man, accept what a crazy thing this is.
You see, I know you're not going to do that because you don't have a memory of like a gruff, skinny man appearing before you at that age and slapping you, so you know.
Yeah, but not yet, I don't. I have to hit the point in my own personal timeline first.
Do you get the memory before or after you do it? Like...
Reckon Prime has to perform the action.
Okay, alright, and you are definitely Reckon Prime.
Before it reciprocates throughout
those
shared
are big
history.
Words, dude. You claiming to be Reckon Prime.
Well, I don't remember anybody stopping me, and no one's stopping me right now, so...
Okay, well, I guess you win.
I do indeed. So...
Okay, so...
Anyway. Yeah, you mentioned this earlier, we're playing Old Unreal Edition, which is just a patch to make it run on computers nowadays.
Yes. Because computers are just so far in advance of what they could conceive at the time. Their brains would literally explode if you tried to explain it to them back then.
Yeah, for instance, the default minimum desired frame rate here, I'm looking at the menu, was 28. It wasn't even 30. They weren't going to shoot for 30. That was too much.
Well, yeah, you know, it's you got integers and stuff, and 30's a nice round number, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's just start the game.
Yeah.
New game, campaign, Unreal.
Yep. Skill level.
I'm not going to tell you what I set it to because I don't want you to think I'm some kind of scrub man, but it's going to be in the footage, so...
I'm setting it to godlike, and you can't prove me wrong until you see the footage.
Yeah, well, okay. Ready for some action?
I am ready. So
I'm on the ship.
We start here on a vessel of some kind. It's in various states of distress.
I'm sorry, I let the cat out of the bag. I said ship. For all we know, we're like on an oil rig, a la Face Off, the seminal classic.
So right now I'm kind of just like spending a bit of time backing up and then mashing my face into this detail texture because this was some crazy technology at the time.
Oh wow, that's actually really impressive.
Isn't it?
That's neat. How do I read book? Oh, I need the thing,
yeah, you need to pick up your translator first. So I'm quiet one sec while I step out of my cell.
Prisoner 849 escaping.
Alright, there we are. We are prisoner 849.
Good times.
Here's a dead man. You know, it's kind of funny how much their character models improved between Unreal and then Unreal Tournament a year later.
Yeah, well, you know, technology marches on and all that.
Yup.
This guy's super dead. Like, there's just like a piece of structural beam that is just impaling him.
You're looking at that guy
I'm
too?
confused because like there's no beam in any of these cells that's like up there.
Well, they all hated that guy, so it's actually just 7 different beams.
Oh, okay, and they're all just stacked on top of each other. Rest in peace, that guy. You will be missed.
So let's take a quick detour down this pseudo-secret passage.
There's a secret passage?
It's just in the back. It's an elevator down.
Oh. Oh my.
So actually, we shouldn't do that yet. I lied, because we don't have the translator.
Well, I just did it.
Well, that's fine. You're allowed to do it.
Am I? Okay, am I allowed to do what I'm about to do? Hang on, where's the button?
I mean, I can't physically stop you. No, we missed,
Oh, is that the switch? No, that's the elevator. Okay.
Missed looking at that properly. But we got the universal translator. Makes that beautiful noise.
Good God.
Press F2 and we get messages. It's kind of like System Shock 2's data logs, except not
less intrusive.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, System Shock is cool, but like going through those logs was a pain in my ass.
So nothing on this bed up here. Interesting thing to note about Unreal and Unreal Tournament. Even as far as Unreal Tournament 2004, if you are crouching, you cannot fall off ledges. So
I did not know this. I have learned something new.
Yeah, feel free to crouch and peer over any ledge you desire, unless it's sloped, in which case I wouldn't take the chance. That poor man's leg seems to be suffering from some Vortex errors. That sucks.
Probably sucks a whole lot more for him.
I mean, he's dead.
Well, it's probably why he's dead. You ever think of that one?
I guess. Okay, so the Universal Translator lets us read books.
Yes. We have gained the magical technology of reading everything we come across.
Yeah, so this, like, 3 or 4 inch thick tome has 2 sentences in it.
Well, yeah, no,
Boris.
the rest are toilet paper.
Yeah.
We're in prison, dude, come on.
It's been hollowed out to make room for the data pad that I just downloaded this message to.
Oh yeah, no, that's an even better one. Yeah, there's just a data pad in there. Oh, that's funky.
Some health kit. Some shaking. Oh no, that man exploded.
Prisoner 470 escaping.
Ah, yes, you're
470.
downstairs.
Oh, I'm not downstairs.
Oh.
I'll go back downstairs.
Well, I mean, it's not stairs, but yeah, elevator.
I'll go back down elevator. Doesn't really.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it can't be very restricted.
Oh dear. Well.
Oh god. Oh no. Mirrored textures.
Hey, that's impressive. It has to render that twice.
I can't handle this level of graphical fidelity, I reckon. My mind can't take it. Hang on, I'm gonna throw a flare. Oh hell yeah! Oh, that's technology right there.
Oh, real-time lighting. Let's do where it is deserved. There's a lot of real-time colored lighting in this game.
Yeah, let's see you do that shit, Mankind Divided. You can't, because you suck.
What's that? It disappeared before the particle effect happened. That's uncomfortable. Dead lady.
Oh, you You just hop.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're going to put the switch for this thing in hopping, like, in the hop zone, where you can reach it by hopping.
Oh, he did. So let's get our first little bit of lore for the game here, because Unreal doesn't have a narrative so much as it does just have a story that the game world has had applied to it.
Unreal did Dark Souls before Dark Souls did Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Unless we count Kingsfield. Do we count Kingsfield?
We can count Kingsfield. Kingsfield is a little less cryptic. So basically, we are on the ship Vortex Rikers.
Which is a cool name for a ship. No two ways about that.
It absolutely is. It is a prison ship that was going to a penal colony on some moon somewhere. But as we see here, we are caught in the gravitational field of an uncharted planet. And, I wonder how that turned out.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go with bad, mostly because, like, I left my cell and nobody shot me yet.
All the dead bodies, the mysterious figures at the end of hallways.
That was my second clue.
This nom shub right here on the screen that you shouldn't look at for too long. There's another one up there. These floating supply crates with the Thunder Crash Mercenary logo on them. Oh yeah, this is the mirror texture you were talking about. I'm taking it a little more slowly, but
yeah, I tossed a flare at the mirror texture. It was really cool.
Oh man,
you're right though. These
go ahead.
Boxes are totally floating.
They are. Oh no, how do we turn off this electromagnetic animated texture? Well, we Mario the fuck out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Why is the switch there? It's
nobody knows.
If I hit the top side, does it turn back on? I mean, there's probably no way to do that without like using no clip. But
I'm not actually certain. So we're just down here now. Nothing really. It's not a real door.
Ah, yes. Generic sci-fi Tesla coil noise 2. That's like that noise lets you know that there is something scientific behind this door.
Yeah. Oh, something people will notice a lot in this game is there are elevators everywhere. Goddamned everywhere.
That's impressive.
It was impressive because Quake had you know, jump pads. Not any elevators in Quake.
Ah, I found the source of the Tesla coil noise. It is in fact a loose cable.
Yeah, so we're at the same place. If you get hit by this, it'll damage you, I believe. Let's.
Oh no!
Yep,
oh, that actually damaged me a lot.
Yeah, it'll damage you quickly.
Yeah, thank you for the warning. Could have come a second sooner there, bud. Yeah. Thankfully, we're in the med lab.
We are in the med
now. Where are
lab.
the drugs? Make with the drugs.
With these little status screens that look straight out of System Shock 2.
Yep. This is certainly a human being, and there are words about them.
Speaking of support beams.
Ah, yes. Not sure how he got up there, but, you know, all him, actually. Good on you, buddy, you're doing it.
Oh, poor Chief Officer.
I wanna give props to this, like, this view screen texture, because when you get right up in there and look at the scan lines, it's actually really...
Oh yeah, there are detail textures everywhere in this game. They look really nice even today.
Yes, they do. Also, you know, another thing I should point out is that there are scan lines in the future. Like, if there's anything that has scan lines now, people are like, what is this, the Dark Ages?
Well, I mean, you can also see that it's, you know, very clearly a CRT.
Well, yeah. Well, are these, like, stand-up stat screen CRTs? They look more like...
No, I mean, the control center.
Oh, yeah. Those are CRTs.
The rounded, well, presumably rounded. Of course, they're flat textures, but
because we couldn't possibly conceive of screens that were perfectly flat at the time.
Right. That's actually a really interesting thing. Looking at old media, for all the futuristic gadgets everybody has, nobody ever thought of touchscreens.
No, they did not.
Like,
well, no, wait, didn't Star Trek have touchscreens on their little tappy pad thing?
It still had a lot of buttons, though.
Yeah, well, that is true. I am now fully drugged back up to perfect health.
Oh, here we go, some real-time lighting. Basically, this game, like a lot of late 90s games, and this fits into why the late 90s is probably my favorite era of graphics ever. It's just at that point where people were realizing that, you know, this 3D technology has existed for some years now, and they're finally getting a handle on it, and they know they can do whatever they want. But that ambition is curbed by the fact that it's not
they
actually
want to show off.
Well, it's not actually all there yet.
Yeah,
like, we're still seeing too. Like some. This probably only has this circle I'm looking at probably only has 16 edges, or something like that. But the technology wasn't actually there, but it didn't stop them, which is why we have all these like gaudy, oversaturated colored lights. This room exists as a tech demo
You're in
to
the
show
fan room
off.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out to something that doesn't get mentioned a lot, and we're talking over it, so you can't really, like, if you're watching the video, is the sound design. This room sounds awesome.
It does, and my microphone hiss will probably cover it up a lot, but
the thing is that this room sounds like what it is. There's like a big noisy fan, there's this buzzing thing over here. You know, like, it's an ugly room and it sounds ugly. And, you know, in this modern day of make everything as gorgeous as possible and just, like, spend all our money trying to wow people with visuals, I don't think you'll really see people trying to do shit that's just, like, unpleasant.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, like what I was saying. This room basically exists as a standalone little tech demo, showing off all this stuff. But it works, because it's just, this entire opening is just kind of like a quiet moment. I mean, I guarantee you, if this game was made today, not remade, but if this game was made today, you would have woken up in your cell with some guy shouting at you that something has taken over the ship. As we'll see very
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this game has got atmosphere in spades. Oh, there he goes. Atmosphere in spades.
And that's a reason I love it so much. I'm not interrupting anything in your game, am I?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Like, this game is more than willing to let you just take a walk.
Like, man, it's great. Because here's something, right? That little scene right there with, like, and you saw the flashes from underneath the door and stuff like that. If this game was made today, it would, like, rip control away from you to make sure that you see that.
Yeah,
If I wanted to, I could stick my face in this wall and just stare at the rust.
Yup. But, like you said, it absolutely would have just, like, taken control. Your character would have taken a few steps forward, knelt down, peered under the door, and seen way too much that it's not as mysterious as it needs to be.
Exactly.
And I'm going to harp on about this for a while throughout the playthrough, so...
Please, by all means, harp.
But visual storytelling. I mentioned it before, this game, to me, is an absolute masterpiece of visual storytelling, and one of the first shooters to really take it seriously. This view screen in the room with the dead guy, it shows our course plotted as we enter the gravity well and crash. Like, we've had
Oh, it does.
one, maybe two mentions of it in, text logs. But no one says anything to us. No one said, Ramirez, we got caught in Na Pali's gravity well. Go defend the ship.
I will say on my end, because my connection ain't great, I am losing some of this great spiel. So you're gonna have to go to Reckon's channel to get all of it.
Sure.
First aid station. Break this glass so that you can heal your cuts from all the broken glass you've encountered up to this point.
But this is a good opportunity to show off the starting weapon we picked up, the dispersion pistol. This is like the answer to how shitty the starting weapons were in Quake and Quake 2. This is a laser pistol. First of all, it also acts as its own light source. You can see blue right now. This gets upgrades. I'll just spoil that right now. This gets upgrades throughout the game, and it also, if you're paying attention to the HUD, which I don't blame you if you weren't, people watching me, when you fire, the ammo recharges slowly, but you will always have the dispersion pistol.
It's your best friend.
Also, you can hold down right-click, charge it up for Big Blast. And this is so much better than the hand axe from Quake or the single-barrel shotgun.
I don't think this game actually has an equivalent to like, oh, here's just a better version of like a gun we already have in the game.
No, everything is unique. There's no nail gun and then super nail gun. There's no shotgun then double-barreled shotgun.
Everything you get is useful, which is I'm cool with that. I like that. I'm a fan.
Yeah. So there's this thing. Does that. Go up here. But yeah, the game is just more than happy to let you take your time walking through this actually very linear section of the game. Like, this is an enclosed space. It doesn't have anything going on in it, like, that happens to you, exactly, but...
I have just, exited the ship, and boy is that going to be a visual treat for the people on your end.
Yeah. Vortex Rikers, C11485EKLS, I don't know what that means. That's the, that one right there, this logo you've been seeing everywhere.
So, for those of you playing along at home, this is the moment where the game, like, straight up takes everything that was, like, going on at the time with shooters and goes, nah, fuck that. You exit the ship.
Oh, hold on, I'm not there yet.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about the thing.
Oh, okay, I thought you were reading the number on the side of the ship.
No, I was reading the entryway. So, we see again, just a tiny little text log. Honestly, done kind of more organically, at least right now, than a lot of other games at the time. Just like you're reading a status screen. I mean, where this guy found the time to write this in the middle of spiraling towards the planet, don't worry about it.